So hey guys, I think it was last week I put together the video. I'm nervous here. It's like I think I have only done one Facebook Live before, but I was speaking to somebody today and they said like, hey, you've got to do this as a way of sharing what's happening with the Give3 project. So in case you guys don't know, I'm on this 21-day challenge where I'm giving away 3 things every day. And so, hey, Allie, nice to see you. Hey, Angel. So anyway, I wanted to explain really quickly. So if you go to my blog, you'll see there's one blog post, but in this next thing, I wanted to explain like how we invented the game. So basically, I was at this course. It's like this self-development course called Landmark. It's a communication course. And what I did was I drove a few people home from the course. And I was in the car and I'm saying like, I was talking to them and I'm like, you know, this feels amazing. I've been giving like all these things. I just gave you guys a ride. And I'm like, I want to keep this up. I want to figure out a way where I can keep this giving going. And I'm like, maybe I can make it a game. And then the girl in the car, her name is Elise. She's like, yeah, you can, let's make a game. And then Michael, who's in the back seat, he's like, yes, let's do this. So together, we basically came up with the rules. And the rules were, I mean, they're shared in the other video, but it's like you got to give 3 every single day. And you've got to make sure you give at least one new thing to a new person every day and sharing it. So Elise and Michael have been, my partners in crime with this. And every day we've been, on a text message group explaining, what we were giving. So since we got a few more people here, Gary, I wanted to talk about like the first day. So it was Monday was the first day of giving. And so my wife, Catherine, she had just been in France. So she was in France with Isabel. It was my 4-year-old. And Isabel stayed behind. And then Catherine was coming home. And I woke up and I was just like on a tear. I just woke up and I'm just like, oh man, I'm feeling great. And I was like in the shower and I was just thinking, what can I do? What can I give? What can I give? And I decided like one really good thing would be to give my wife a like nice homecoming, a nice like welcome. So what I did was I went to the nanny, Alex's nanny, and I said, can you do, something for Catherine? Maybe you can have like Alex with some paint, put like his handprints on something. And I'm like, but think of something else, because you're probably better at this than I am. And so I got her like enrolled in it. And then I went to and I rode down the hill. I went to work. And on the way, I stopped by a florist. And what was cool is that I explained to the florist like what I was doing. That, hey, this is my wife. She was coming home from a long trip. And I want to give her flowers and stuff. And the florist like totally hooked me up. So she, that's right, Gary. It's about sharing, man. So, yeah, so she totally hooked me up. Like, 'cause I paid like $40 worth of flowers, and I know what $40 worth of flowers look like. She gave me way more. So I get to work. I tell the florist like to deliver it to the house. So I get to work, and I'm like, okay. I look at my calendar, and I realize that I can give my wife the rest of my afternoon. So I just basically, I look at all the major things I need to do, and then I just blocked out the calendar. I'm like, all right, this is when she arrives home from, at the airport. So when she gets to the airport, let me block this out. So I blocked out the calendar. I finished work. I just, gave a bunch of stuff to the team, so I didn't need to be here to do it. And then I went home. I saw the decorations that the nanny put down, which were just phenomenal. And then I hopped over to the airport. Now, as it turns out, she was like held up at customs for a while. So I was able to like get, park the car and wait for her at like the glass. And I walked up, there was like a bunch of people waiting there, and I like started knocking on the glass. I'm like, I feel like we're like puppies at a pet store. And that got like me talking to this one woman, and then got talking to this other like Scottish lady. And then they started talking to each other. But anyway, Catherine shows up. She gives me this big hug. And she's so excited, because like who doesn't want to be, welcome home by someone you love at the airport, And so anyway, I bring her home. She sees like the decorations that the nanny put up, because the nanny like got balloons. She like had all this stuff hanging up. The flowers were there. The flowers looked amazing. She like read a little card. She got teary eyed, and we spent the afternoon walking around Hoboken. So the third give of that day, which was day one, Monday, July 16th, was we went to a wine bar. And when we were at the wine bar, this waiter just knocked it out of the park. He did such an amazing job. I mean, I've been a waiter for a number of years, and so like I pay attention to see like how professional people are, how well they do. And this guy, he just freaking killed it. So anyway, what I did was I left him a very good tip. And then afterwards, I walked up to him and I said, like, I just want you to know you did such an amazing job. It was absolutely perfect. And actually I told him, I'm like, of all the restaurants I've been to this year, I actually think that this is the best service I ever got. You really knocked it out of the park. And he's like, he smiled, and he's like, you're going to come back? And I'm like, yeah, I'm going to come back. So anyway, that was day one. I'm going to try to do some more of these Facebook Lives to get you guys caught up, because, I'm learning a lot, and it's really just an awesome experience. And I really would invite everybody, like, go to give3.fun, and if you then play this, take it on, because like it's amazing. I'm actually part of a few teams right now where we're just sharing. I got this guy Dave who I met at a bachelor party, and he is like the biggest freaking giver ever. He just like, I told him about this, he's like, yeah, I'm gonna nail this. I'm gonna give the best gives ever, and he has been. But anyway, yeah, let me know if you're playing along, because I would love, more people to be a part of this, and, spread the good vibes and have some more, have some more of this. So anyway, thanks so much for watching, you guys, and I will be back tomorrow. Thanks.